Okay, so the difference between continuously compounded interest and simple compounded interest is simply just this word, no pun intended, simply just this word. Okay. So in a problem like this, it would say if the interest is compounded quarterly, right? Or quarterly compounded interest, you've really got to be on high alert for this word continuously, because if it's continuously compounded interest, that gives us a completely different formula, right? Then we're using what we call the PERT formula. Now, in the PERT formula, the A, P, R, and T are the same values that we get, right, in the setup that we had to this previous simple interest problem. Okay. They're just, the rate is in a different place. Okay. And then we have Euler's number in here. So the account balance would be based on a $1,500 investment. E is not a variable. Keep that in mind. Desmos knows this. Your calculator knows this. Okay. It knows that E is not a variable. You just need to make sure that you're plugging it in correctly here. The rate goes in the exponential level here with the amount of time, which is 20 years. Okay. So again, my advice would be off to the side, do this calculation first. Okay. Because what happens sometimes is some people lose sight of that quality control, and that 20 ends up down here on the base level and not in the exponential level. Okay. But if we go to Desmos with this, let's clear out these old ones. So 0.065 times 20 is 0.13. I might even do this. Oops. E to the 0.13 here. And then I might just copy this, because we're supposed to do our exponents before we do our multiplication, right? And just put that right here, our final answer. Now, you'll get the same thing if you do this, okay? But when you get into the exponential level, I would again advise that you use parentheses, okay? And I made another mistake. Oh, times 2. So this should be 1.3. And then this would be different. See, guys, always check your work. Always check your work. There you go. So here's me plugging it into the formula just once, and here's me doing it in the two pieces prior to that. We get the exact same answer, $5,500, $3, and we'll call that 95 cents. All right. So make sure when you're doing problems like this, you're taking heed of what word they're using to talk about the interest. Quarterly, monthly, annually, semi-annually, biannually. Words like that are talking about how many times they happen in 1 year. If you don't see any words like that and they say continuously, we're using this formula.